Welcome to From the Booth, where great plays are called.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of From the Booth TV. I'm your host, KD. Before we dive into today's episode, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Masticating Cold Pressor. If you're looking to improve your overall diet, I'm a big supporter in juicing. Juicing is an excellent way to ensure that your body is receiving essential vitamins and minerals. As a previous student athlete, prioritizing my health through juicing has helped me perform better on the field. Now I just use it in my daily routine. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So, my heart got broken. You know what I'm saying? My heart got broken last weekend, this weekend that just passed. But you win some, you lose some, you fight, you live to fight another day. But there is no other day. Damn it. But, some great games was played. We had Washington versus Philadelphia. Philadelphia came out with the win. I knew they was going to come out and do their thing. I didn't expect them to lose like that. I didn't expect Washington to get beat like that. That was kind of shocking and surprising. But that was a good game. Within that game, there was a lot of good things that I seen, especially from Jay Daniels and his Washington Commanders team. Big up to that program and what they've done so far and how far they came. They weren't expected to get this far, but they did. Big shout out to them boys. Big shout out to Jay Daniels. And then we had the Bill Mafia versus Patrick Mahomes and the refs. I mean, my bad. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Yeah. Man, in the comment section, I know y'all out here saying that it was the refs' fault, But I said this before the game happened. I said this a week prior, that when you have games like this where it seems like the refs favor a certain player or a certain team, not saying they did, I'm not going to sit here and play them kind of games. All I'm going to say is you should always go out with the mentality that no matter what happens, we need to dominate. We have to dominate. We can't make this a close game. We can't leave it in the refs' hands. We got to go out. We have to dominate. So the bottom line is, did the Buffalo Bills dominate? No. So because they didn't dominate, because the game kind of been equal the whole way through, you leave, somebody got to lose. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to get their ass whooped. Yeah, not everybody's going to win. So there's going to be a call sometimes for both sides that somebody's going to feel like it's unfair. Those two penalties that I think that they were, were they mishandled? Most definitely. I feel like he dropped the pass on that booth instant replay, on that challenge play. He definitely dropped that pass. I feel like Josh Allen did get the first down. But, like I said, when it comes down to inches like this, both of those situations were inches. So I'm saying you leave the discretion up to the refs. And, that's the predicament that you put yourself in. And that's what happens when you don't go out and just dominate. I told y'all. And then I told y'all, man, if y'all was really worried about the refs, all we had to do was put our money together as Bill Mafia fans and treat these refs out to a trip to the strip club the night before the game. I told y'all that. I told y'all the strippers had to get to the refs before Patrick Mahomes got to the refs. Y'all didn't want to listen. I was the only dude who showed up at KODs. I was the only man at G5. Where the rest of y'all at? Yeah, I told y'all what we had to do. We had to treat the refs to the strip club. Y'all ain't show up. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's get into this breakdown. So this Washington versus Philly game. First off, I want to say this. The reason why I had Philly to win, the only reason I had Philly to win, I'm not saying that I like Philly or I favor Philly, but I did favor them to win that particular game only because of the experience. And at the end of the day, that's what looked like got them through the game. That's what led them to dominate this game, was the experience that they had over Washington. Washington just looked like they weren't ready for this kind of spotlight. Sometimes that happens with teams that weren't really expected to make it this far. It's just a shock that they got there, that when they're really here and when they're close to the finish line, it makes it hard for them to capitalize. For instance, a lot of mistakes was made by the Washington Commanders that led to points 4 times to Philadelphia. And, just breaking out and starting off the first quarter with Philadelphia with the ball. When Philadelphia got the ball, Saquon Barkley breaking out for without 20 yards, 30-yard run for a touchdown. Like, You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Just little jitterbugs the defense was having. You know, like they had cold feet when it came time to tackle Saquon Barkley. know what I'm saying? They don't forgot how to tackle now. So things like that, when the stage is big, experience comes in handy. So Jalen Hurts and his team has been here before. I think the coach has been in this situation before, and at the end of the day, that's pretty much what it led to. But I still think the Washington Commanders put up a great game, though. Although they got beat 55-23, the score doesn't really match what really happened in that game. I feel like the Washington Commanders pretty much held their own throughout the whole game up until the fourth quarter. I think that's when things pretty much got kind of crazy. But leading up to that point, they were very much in this game. Jay Daniels, he didn't look like he was concerned whatsoever. He still stayed calm, cool, and collected. He didn't panic or nothing. And it looked like the rest of the team kind of sort of had little stumbles and hiccups. Jay Daniels did it. Jay Daniels said, man, listen, I got one job to do, and that's throw this motherfucking ball this way. Throw this ball that way. Throw this ball this way. That's it. And it don't get no complicated than that. Just throw this ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of those players who simplify the game. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't overthink. He doesn't try to do too much. He does what he has to do. And if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. You lose, you win, whatever. Just a cool dude, man. That kind of composure is very dangerous. Those people who have that kind of composure, who remain the same no matter what happens in life or no matter what happens in a game, at the end of the day, they end up winning eventually because nothing impacts them. They always stay neutral. And that's kind of sort of how you have to kind of stay, not only as a football player or in the game, but in life. Just stay neutral. So Jaden Hills, I think he's very wise for his young age. And I think he has a bright future ahead of him. Like I said, I don't think Washington was ever really out of the game. I almost want to say Washington looked like they might have had the better team. Washington looked like they might have had the better team. I'm going to say that. They looked like they might have had the better team up until the fourth quarter. I don't think Philly, it looked like they dominated, but I don't think they really dominated. Jalen Hurts didn't really, show out like that. You know what I'm saying? A couple plays here and there, a couple throws to A.J. Brown. That was pretty much it for him. But, just hiccups on the defense, turnovers, penalties, all that, you know what I'm saying? Throw that in the pot, it's going to lead to L. But Marshawn Lynch, goddamn. Marshawn Lynch versus A.J. Brown. Listen, man, let me tell y'all something about playing cornerback. I know a lot of y'all never played cornerback before, so let me tell y'all something about playing cornerback. When you're playing cornerback, and let's say you're like 5'10", maybe 6 foot. If you're not no 6'5" DB, I don't know how tall Marshawn Lynch is, but he don't look like he A.J. Brown height or size. So when you're a corner, you're the smaller corner in a matchup. You don't want to play physical with a bigger receiver, with a big body receiver. You don't want to do that. You want to play a little bit more lax, a little bit more loose, a little bit more off. Marshawn Lynch was trying to bring the pain to A.J. Brown, but A.J. Brown is not one of them. A.J. Brown he'll really jam you up at the line and get the missing. So you don't want to play these physical games with these physical receivers. You want to, play them with finesse. Like Michael Irvin said, when Michael Irvin went against Dion, he said Dion, played off, which killed him because he knew he wasn't faster than Deion Sanders. But Dion knew that he wasn't going to get on that line and play these physical games with this supercharged Megatron ultra villain receiver. Who got time for that? Right, ain't nobody got no time to be sitting here trying to fight this receiver at the line. He already a cyborg receiver. Right. Yeah, you better go play off or at least play a little bit more, finesse than you play physical. You play physical with receivers like Smith. You play physical receivers like Hollywood Brown. You know what I'm saying? You play physical with Zay Flowers. That's the receivers you play physical on. You don't play physical on no A.J. Brown, and that's what led to Marshawn getting cooked. Marshawn was out there cooking with Kaya. That's how cooked Marshawn Lynch was that game. He was out there cooking with Kaya. That's how cooked he was. Going against A.J. Brown. So that's a little tip. Don't play physical with physical receivers. You want to play with more finesse. Anyways, that's enough of that. I think Marshawn Lynch is still a great DB. But, you just got to be smarter than that. You don't want to get into those physical battles with physical receivers. Anyways, Jalen Hurts. Well, damn. Jalen Hurts. Listen, congratulations, Jalen Hurts. I think you deserve something for getting up to this part. But I'm gonna just say this: you're going to have to bring your A game when you play Kansas City. When you play the Chiefs, you can't be out there holding the ball like you was holding the ball against the Washington Commanders. You got to let that thing rip. You ain't gonna have time for that. So if Philadelphia has a chance of winning this Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts, you're gonna have to step it up a little bit, and you definitely have to be more impactful in this passing game. Saquon's gonna need a break, and you're gonna need to figure out a rhythm and start getting this ball off earlier and start finding receivers. So that's the only thing I got to say about Jalen Hurts. Jaden Daniels, brother, keep showing out, man. You're a rookie, man. The world is yours, brother. You got talent. You know what I'm saying? For players like Jaden Daniels, we call them kind of players. They got the gift. And I'm not a Jaden Daniels fan. If y'all watch my past videos, I was hating on the young dude. You know what I'm saying? I was telling y'all I can't stand Jaden Daniels. How the hell he's so cool all the time? I used to hate on how cool and collect Jaden Daniels was. I ain't like that. It made me mad. I'm looking at you like, who you think you is? Out there being that cool. But I got to give props when props is due. Jaden Daniels, you got a bright future. I almost want to say he outperformed Jalen Hurts too. No, I'm going to say that. Jaden Daniels outperformed Jalen Hurts versus that Philadelphia and Washington Commanders game. Day in and day out. The scoreboard may not reflect that, but I think he did. So, Jaden Daniels, I think you have a bright future. Keep your head up, young man. And Philly, good luck with Kansas City refs. I mean, Kansas City Chiefs. God, my bad, y'all. I just, forgive me. That's my last time. All right. And next we have the recap with the Bill Mafia versus Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Whew. Gotta wake up a little bit, I got stuff in my eyes. I'm not biased, y'all. I am biased, but I'm gonna try to keep it as fair as possible. So, what I gotta say about this game is, first of all, this was a great game. Regardless of the calls, the BS calls, the refs called, this was a great game. I was highly entertained. At the end of the day, that's all I can ask for is a good football game. Now, if the Buffalo Bills would have went out and just smashed the Chiefs 52-0, that would have been nice. I'd have been happy, but I'd have been like, I still don't waste 40 hour and some change in my life. So I'm saying, if I'm going to watch something for an hour and some change, I want to watch a good game. See what I'm saying? So I want to watch a good game. So with that Bills and Chiefs game, all I got to say is when Josh Allen came out, he came out kind of too happy feet. He came out with high anxiety. He's throwing the ball everywhere, missing cues and stuff, getting the ball out too fast and stuff. So that first 3 and out, that was crucial because when you're playing teams like Kansas, you want to start off fast, strong, and quick. You can't have 3 and outs that fast. So, just starting off, we was kind of sluggish. And then later down the line, we started picking it up. And it just came down to the refs. You can't leave things in the refs' hands, man. Like I said 1,000 times, you got to go out there and ball. You got to go out there and dominate. You can't have these little close games where you're going to leave it up to some man in some stripes to call a play. Like I told y'all, we should have took him out to the strip club the night before. KODs, G5. Instead, y'all let Patrick Mahomes get in the ref bed. This is what happens. I told y'all. So next time we know, if we want to beat Patrick Mahomes and the refs, and Chiefs, we have to take the refs out to the strip club. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But overall, that was a great game. You can't be mad at a great game. Like I said, a good game is a good game. See what I'm saying? I don't know where this leaves Bill Mafia in the future. I don't know if they're going to rebuild. I don't know what's going to happen. But as long as Joe Brady's calling the plays, I think they have a chance of making it back. And hopefully, let's see if they can beat Kansas City. But we got to give it to the Chiefs, man. That last defensive call, 4th and 5th, when they blitzed Josh Allen and made him have to throw a 50-50 ball down the field. That was a great play call. Forget the refs. That was a great play call on defense. Sending that blitz was great. So, you know, things like that, you just got out-coached. For 1 second, you just got out-coached. And that's what it cost you. And that's just what it is. Things like that happen. So, you know, that's just a learning curve. And hopefully we can capitalize off this L and keep moving forward and get better. Other than that, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, Bill Mafia. But Philly, I'm rocking with y'all. Let's go.